Good stuff.
I'm having an orchard, yes.
A whole orchard.
Yeah. The summer honey kind.
Alright, where last we left off, our mercenary band went to the ancient elf city of something I put in my notes. I can't find it. Wow, that is totally engrossing. Let me find it.
That would be the city of... Hold on, I gotta go back. We've had a D&D since then.
I forgot to write down the city name.
Eldon Thalon.
I got it.
There you were to make your way into the ancient library and acquire the Tome of Archimedes, which has knowledge that could help close the demon portals for good. Upon reaching your destination, you fought your way through a small band of ogres who were just living amongst the ruins, and you came across a spirit, multiple spirits actually, but a spirit barring your way into the library. The spirit told you that you had to pass a series of tests in order to reach said library and the treasure that you seek. The first task was a series of riddles in which you passed very handily, and the second was a leap of faith, so to speak, which is where we left off. As you look back, you can see that the once wrecked bridge has now reformed. It is no longer a blank space. Ahead of you is a hole and the side of a cliff face. As you approach and enter it, the walkway darkens. Only a slight glimmer of light on the other side. Los Tornado and Minstrel are bringing up the rear of you all. Who would be up in front?
Not me.
Is our rogue in front?
I guess so. As you walk through the cave, you come out the other side into what seems to be a intricately built and designed hallway. A long hallway leading up. You can see to your left is a large archway similar to the one where the entryway into the cavern was led. Silvers and golds, ornate designs about it. A long, regal red carpet stretches down the walkway, and then to your right, there's another large door, slightly ajar, but you can't quite make out what is on the other side of the door. It seems fairly desolate, like nobody has been here for years, centuries. There doesn't seem to be any immediate threat.
I guess I slowly approached the door with caution.
Okay. Alright, as you approach the door, you can see intricate gold and silver linings etched into it. Elvish runes, you can see It can be seen carved into the center of each massive door. You can see a faint light coming from the other side of the door. It feels dim, but there's definitely something there. As you peek your head in, you see a massive room containing large shelves, rows lined with ancient books, chairs, and wall ladders just everywhere. You can see a large crystal glowing interface in the center that seems to be giving off the... What was that, Lala?
Well, I'm going to use stealth and slowly peek my head inside. I don't fucking trust
Okay.
this place.
Roll a stealth check, please. Okay. You make your way inside the large crystal interface in the center. Swirling with energy, seems to be emitting the only light in the room.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Go ahead, yeah. It
You
is
want some 13s?
lucky number. Anyway, you don't know much about it, but you surmise that it's similar in nature to the crystal formation that you reached out to touch before the spirits knocked you cold earlier this day. Though you don't see
touch
any
it.
you don't see any spirits in sight. All furniture seems to be coated in thick amounts of dust, as well as but the books seem to be very well preserved. There's a shimmer of energy along the books as you get close to one of the bookshelves. There seems to be some sort of magical barrier protecting the books from harm or erosion over the years, preserving them.
I'm looking over the books, noting that, and can I look around and see if there's anything else of value?
Yeah, roll me a investigation check, and while you do that, Valanthe and Ophelia, are you doing anything else? Are you guys doing anything?
I'll roll an investigation one too.
Okay.
Ditto.
So the two of you enter the room. Los Tornado follows you in slowly. Minstrel kind of...
She seems to be the only one that knows what the
gluing
fuck's going
himself.
on.
Yeah. Los Tornado and Minstrel walk in. Minstrel kind of almost clinging to Los Tornado's back, just kind of hunkering down in case something were to happen. Alright. Alright. Vix, you don't really seem to find anything of note. Just loads of books, just lining the area. The crystal formation. It's hard to really find things in the dark. I mean, even with your dark vision itself, the entire room is massive. It seems to span the length of the courtyard that you were in upstairs, but underground.
I have a cantrip. The
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, can I use that to create like a small flame?
You can, but it's not a continuous light. It's like lighting a match, but it's really small. You can light something aflame. So like if you find a candle nearby, which there are a couple, you can light the candle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, is there one near me?
Yeah, there's a small candle that you can light a flame with your prestidigitation. You snap your fingers and it illuminates. You can it doesn't give off much light, and in your dark vision you can still see pretty far. It doesn't really help you look further, but it illuminates so you can get a clearer image of your immediate surrounding. I'm going to duck off to somebody else to cover their other roles before I come back to you. Okay, Amanda?
I would like to specifically investigate the crystal.
Okay.
Or do I need to do a different check for that?
Should I hit it?
1 second. Alright, so it would be an Arcana check to really understand how the crystal works. As you investigate the base of the crystal, Ophelia, you notice a lot of ancient elven runes, similar. Like you can read some of them because those ancient. It's what your language is, just in its more root form. It's essentially a power source, and noting what it is and kind of how the books are glimmering and things seem to be really well intact, you feel like this is a generator of sorts that is keeping the magic barrier, that is preserving this library in such a almost new state, that this is the source of keeping it whole, keeping the library together, untouched, unfazed. That's about all you surmise. Valanthe, you investigate through the library's corridors. You kind of take a moment and caught up in the majesty of your ancient knowledge of your people. You wander a little bit through the bookshelves and taking in the different subjects and the depths. You notice all sorts of different subjects. There's a bookshelf itself, like a whole section entitled to just red dragons itself, for example, ancient beasts that haven't been seen in centuries. As you wander along, you find another large silver door on the far side of the library. More intricately designed than anything you have encountered thus far in the library. It's inlaid with platinum spirally designs, multiple gemstones embedded in it, but in the center of it seems to be blank. You can't get a good look at it because you're not quite up to it yet. But this seems to stand out apart from any other doorway, any other archway with within the library itself.
As she's looking through the stuff, I kind of smile, make the comment, and with that, we've lost her.
Do we know exactly what we're looking for?
The man said we were looking for a tome. Yeah, a book.
Well, what kind of book? There are many here to choose from.
Something by Archimedes?
I wander back to the group to tell them about the door I found that seems unusual to be in a library.
Okay. So go ahead and tell your party members.
Hey guys! Yeah, no. There seems to be a door over there that does not fit with this general scheme of the library. It's too intricately designed and seems to be hiding something in the middle. I wasn't close enough to see, but it seems to be blank in the middle. Maybe you guys should come see.
Interesting. This could be Archimedes' sanctuary.
Well, it beats staring at books. I head over there.
It is the best lead we have. Following.
Okay. You make your way through the maze that is the library, relatively undisturbed. There's nothing really seems to catch your attention. There isn't any movement. There doesn't seem to be any sense of life as you go there. You make your way to the library, to the doorway itself, and Who's going to approach it? Who's gonna be first up next to it?
I will approach it first with my
Okay.
candle.
Okay. As you get within about 5 feet, suddenly a
Did I
large...
mention cautiously?
Yeah, she did. As
I
you
am
as you get
This
within
place.
as you get within about 5 feet, a large face morphs out of the stonework. The face is slender
Oh shit, a face!
and large, made of stone. That has the face of a elderly elf male.
As soon as it morphs, I do a quick, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Um,
Okay, just
is this
What the hell is that?
Is this face the same face of the spirit?
no, this one is different.
And I mutter, fucking spirits.
I am no spirit. I am the keeper of the vault. The the voice of the door is deep and low. It smiles at you, happy. I am. It is wonderful to see young elvish faces.
Might give
The
us warning
door
next time you
shifts a
decide
little
to pop
bit.
out.
The door shifts a little bit in the way that the gemstones seem to glisten ever so slightly, and above it, above the door, in Elvish, in silver Elvish writing, it says the password is knowledge.
In Elvish?
In Elvish, it reads. All right, I need to go use the bathroom really quick, emergency. So, take a pause. Sorry, girls.
Well, I think our goal is to say password. Or to say the password.
In Elvish.
So, one of the three of us, please. Not minstrel.
Yeah, since we all speak it.
Well, we could give him a second shot.
I think Vic should walk up there and plump herself up in front of the stone face.
I don't know,
When
she's
he
only a half
mentioned the... Fuck you,
Then you'll do.
racist asshole.
Faces. That's kind of your thing, right?
I'm more interested in the gems.
Do you want your healer to be taken down? Potentially.
No. No, and don't mess with the gems. We'll kill Rogue if Rogue tries to sabotage us.
Touch nothing
I
but
just
the
want to
book.
touch them. I just want to touch one.
You fool! Touch only the lamp.
Like, anybody having a Aladdin moment?
Yep.
Abu, don't touch anything! All eyes turn to Amanda.
Yeah, sure, throw the rogue up there. Make the half-elf do all the dirty work.
I'll be back.
Okay. Well, pizza's here 10 minutes early.
What do you have?
Pizza and wings. And breadsticks.
I was about to say, was it something I said? Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're not echoing anymore.
Mine was on. My mic was on. I thought I turned it off, but it wasn't.
Oh, we got food.
I really do not like Bix. I wish I was urine.
Is that okay? I was a little teeny tiny girl.
I really want urine to meet you guys.
She will. If you can keep her alive.
I pretty much have guaranteed that I'm going to join the party.
I'm pretty much just waiting for the episode that Ona passes away, unfortunately. I've pretty much come to terms with that.
Sorry about that. I've been having tummy issues all morning.
There's other ways she can disappear without dying necessarily. What did you get? Okay.
You're fine, Cor.
So, sorry, just to reiterate, above the doorway it says, "Password is knowledge." The face seems very happy, very jovial, in spirit. Well, little elves, how can I be of service?
We would like to enter.
Ah, yes. To enter the chambers of Archimedes, one must pass a test.
Oh, great. More games.
What sort of test, friend?
A simple test. One must simply speak the password.
I created the last Elvish word. It's somebody
Hello.
else's turn.
What was that word again?
Nene. Because my name is my word.
What did it stand for? I forgot.
My word.
Remember the
Right.
riddle was your word.
Your word.
Can I do an intelligence check on the thing posted above the door?
To discern what?
To discern if this is a trick question, like, do I have to actually, like, use or speak Elvish, or...
This would be an insight.
Hot.
Okay, then I will do an insight check.
Oh, it's so hot.
Go ahead and roll. You're not quite sure. The password is pretty clearly laid out, but part of you is uneasy to think that would be so simple. Los Tornado leads in. So, what are we waiting on?
I know shit.
It just seems like everything is too convenient. I mean, it gives us the password up there, but maybe it's another trap.
Well, we will never know until we try.
The door's gonna, like, slightly tilt to the left. Do you not want entrance into the chambers of Archimedes?
What do you think, Vol?
Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a word.
Do I need
If
to
you
do
don't,
this?
I'll say it. No.
No, I had a word, but I've lost it. Damn it!
Because I will say this.
Snoo.
Bella.
I like that one. Do that one.
Isn't that
Bella?
dwarvish, though?
Oh.
No, that was the Elvish word for friend.
I know light in Elvish is Lisi, but I'm like, fuck, what is knowledge?
You know what? I am going to say to the door in Elvish that the password is knowledge, and for knowledge, I am saying Lala.
Aww.
Show off.
You're very bright, young one.
I know how to read.
That is indeed the password. Nothing happens for a moment. 1 moment passes. Unfortunately, I cannot open. Try again.
See, I knew there was a catch.
Is there a reason why you can't open?
One must speak the password in order to open. That is all I may say.
Did you say that in Elvish or in the common tongue?
I said in Elvish.
In Elvish.
Then I would like to repeat knowledge in all of these languages.
In a moment, you see Ophelia just almost rapid fire out the word knowledge in 5 different languages. Knowledge.
I raise an eyebrow at her.
You see that one that I rolled in insight?
Yes, the password you have spoken. I've heard it every time. Unfortunately, I still may not open. Roll perception check. Everyone.
Oh. Bitch about to get schooled. Nice.
My first and only crit of the night.
I don't have any perception whatsoever.
Amanda, I don't know if you heard, but my perception is now a +11.
Oh, I didn't know I could pop out the chat.
Show off.
Oh.
Yeah, I can pop out. I can pop out my playlist. Yes. So I don't have to keep switching. Oh my god, this is sorry. I'm having a moment.
He's learning stuff that he can do that he didn't realize he could do.
Sorry, I accidentally did something. I realized I could pop out my whole playlist, so I don't have to keep switching between tabs. Alright, so, Valanthe, you don't notice shit.
Right.
Los Tornado
I turned momentarily blind.
rolls low. He doesn't really see anything. He's captivated by the door, his hand on his very muscular chin that you can see through the cap that he's wearing.
Random question. Does Los Tornadoes speak Elvish?
No.
Okay.
Los Tornado speaks Dwarven and Orcish.
This is really good. This is better than I ever remember it being.
Both Vix, and Ophelia. You look to the left and right respectively, and each of you see roughly four of those small spirits from the surface. The ones that formed a wall that knocked out Vix, excuse me, on the surface. They're slowly meandering in and out of bookshelves, making them just wandering about. Still quite a distance off, but you know for a fact they were not there before.
Ophelia, you seeing this?
Yes, it seems the spirits are appearing?
What are you talking about, guys? I don't see anything.
Over there,
As
and I'll point them out to her.
Ophelia kind of takes you to the side and points it out, and you can now see about 8 spirits kind of mulling about the library.
As I cautiously approach them, mutter fucking spirits.
Again.
Oh well, elven children, please do not stray far. I'm lonely and wish to have more of your company.
Can I do an insight check and see if there's anything about the books that the spirits are guarding?
Go ahead.
Better.
They don't seem to be gravitating towards any one. Nice guys. They don't seem to be gravitating towards any one thing. They just meander in and out of bookshelves in general, and just bobbing along their path.
Um, excuse me, but door, do you have a name?
What was that?
I asked if the door has a name.
Okay, thank you. A name. I don't think I was ever assigned one. I'm simply known as Door.
All right then. Door, what kind of knowledge is the password? If you are able to tell us.
All kinds, my dear.
Thank you, that was most helpful.
Could I recognize anything with Thieves' Cant to see if it's some kind of code, maybe?
Thieves can't. You don't as a language itself. You don't really see anything thieves can't written anywhere around as you look about.
I go back up to the door. Well, can you at least give us a clue? Because we said knowledge in Elvish. Nothing seems to be working. In fact, Ophelia spouted off 5 different languages, and that didn't even crack it.
As I said before, the password must be spoken.
Well, the tome that we're looking for, maybe it has to do something with the name of the tome?
We were not told that information.
One must speak the word written above my head, which is the word knowledge, in order to gain entry.
Does anybody have any kind of knowledge that they can say to the door?
I need everybody to roll another round of perception checks.
Oh, yay! Just wondering if we all have to say knowledge.
I feel like it is that that we need to give it knowledge.
So really quick, you all look around. Valanthe and Ophelia, it seems like the number of spirits have doubled. With your keen eye, Vix, you have noticed that the number of spirits has tripled since you last gazed upon the library.
Well, shit.
Guys, we need to figure something fast because I really don't like the look of these things.
Other than just the fact that there's more of them, there doesn't seem to be any indication that they're being aggressive towards you or coming at you. There's just more. They're just all kind of just meandering about.
It says that we're supposed to give it knowledge, correct? We're in a library. Library has books. Books contain knowledge.
No, it said one must speak the password, and the password is knowledge.
So speak
So
some
does that mean
knowledge.
all of us speak it? So does that mean all of us have to speak the password in a different language, or the same language?
I don't feel like more of us saying the word will make a difference.
One must speak the password. And only one.
Oh. So it's not the right one who's speaking the password, but... Which doesn't make sense because you'd be the best one.
Wait, what?
Perhaps somebody else should try speaking with the door.
I look back at Minstrel.
I was actually kind of thinking I want to do something that might get Minstrel killed.
You missed me yelling, Minstrel's turn!
I was just thinking, if we teach Minstrel the word and he gains new knowledge and then he uses the word, will that give it more power?
Ooh, interesting thought.
We can try.
I'd say let's try Los Tornadoes.
I say I don't want to kill Minstrel though.
We could not kill Minstrel and kill Tornado off.
Alright, well then that solves it. Los Tornadoes, you're learning a word in Elvish.
Elvish?
I will
Elvish?
Elvish.
I will try. It is my duty. He sits down and just like stares at you. What is it?
Lala.
Should we...
Rara.
Lala.
Los.
Lala.
Los.
Face palm.
Perhaps somebody else's accent will help him better understand? In other words, your turn.
Alright. Alright. I step up. La.
Ra.
Close, but not quite there. Try again.
Are you Japanese now?
He gets a little tongue-tied. Ugh, this is harder than it seems.
Val, you're up. You unfortunately are our only hope.
Okay, enough Star Wars references.
That was to me.
I walk up to him and pat him on the shoulder, and I'm like, it's okay, we will get this.
Get this.
Hopefully.
The word is la la.
Ah.
You're doing wonderfully, we're just gonna keep practicing.
La?
La. Ah. La.
La?
Close.
I'm going to walk over to Minstrel and take a knee, look him dead in the eye. Okay, can you pronounce this word?
Allah. Lala is what Mitchell says. I speak Elvish. No, I don't.
I was gonna say, we asked last
No, you
time.
don't.
Lala, he's just an idiot. I heard that. Clearly the word is Lala.
That was close enough.
Lala, that's it, right?
That is correct.
Right. Everybody, roll a round of perception checks.
Boom!
I don't perceive shit.
I see all!
You look around,
okay.
Valanthe, Vix, you are pretty preoccupied with, like, talking with Minstrel. You don't really notice anything. Excuse me. Valanthe, you notice that there are a lot more spirits, and they're getting pretty close to you. Ophelia, a quick assessment, you count that there's almost 100 spirits now meandering about. And they are getting pretty close, and the closer they get to you, the faster they seem to be moving about.
Can I make another perception check so I can get closer to the center of the room?
No?
Do they still look like they're non-aggressive?
Non-aggressive, just the closer they get to you, the faster they move.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing alarming, really, because they're not aggressive, but the number of spirits is getting alarmingly high.
I look to the door. Door, my friend, is there a reason why there's so many spirits about now?
With every failed attempt, the number of spirits of our people multiplies in this room.
So every time we've tried to say it... Every time we've tried to say it is an attempt, basically.
Correct.
I stand up and get away from them as far as I can. So anyone else have any bright ideas?
I
Well,
would like to
considering
meditate
we've
for
all
an
said
answer.
it,
You can
Alright.
do Lala.
If you want to meditate for an answer, you sit down and cross your arms and legs and roll me a wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
me too, me too.
Straight wisdom.
Now's not the time to be sitting! We have to think!
That's okay. Neither of us are doing much in our meditation.
You, the sound of Vix's urgency kind of throws you off while you are meditating. It breaks you from your trance for a moment.
Not religion, as I try and channel my goddess. Can I channel my god? Can I channel my goddess?
No, you can't.
Your goddess hung up on you a long time ago.
I've never heard my goddess.
The gods in this world
Yeah,
do
she-
not speak to their denizens.
I was born after.
They used to, but
Like
not
I
anymore.
said, she hung up on you a long time ago.
Lala was born before.
Anywho, Los Tornado's gonna walk up to the door and knock on its nose. Hey, how do we get in you? Stop messing around.
Clearly the word in Elvish is not right.
The door is gonna open its mouth wide and just like a large stone tongue is going to stretch out and lick Los Tornado up. He's and he kind of like stumbles backwards. That was uncalled for. There's like little chunks of gravel in his chest hair and whatnot.
Ew.
One must speak the password. One must speak the password. Alright, Vix, roll a perception, since those two are meditating. There is easily a good 150 spirits remaining in the room now, and they are probably within a good, there's some within a good 30 feet of you now. Not even that, let's say 20. And both of you meditators, you may make another wisdom.
Boom!
Alright, Ophelia. Valanthe, you're meditating on it, and all the shouting from Los Tornado just throws you off. You're not able to concentrate really and put yourself in a zen state to really come across some sort of knowledge. Ophelia, you sit there, and in a moment, something strikes you. He keeps saying, one needs to open the door, needs to speak the password. But what if that one is not one of you? What if that one is someone or something else?
I did actually kind of have that thought.
Yeah.
So no Elvish relation?
There is something that we haven't tried. Obviously, it's important that someone specific says the password. And obviously, it's not any of us. There are two options that I can see. One would be if we can get one of these spirits to speak the word. The other would be to get the door
You
to
obviously
speak the
think
word.
these things.
A brilliant idea! I will go capture one of these spirits. Suddenly, Los Tornado just kind of ups and starts jogging towards the spirits.
Wait! Don't
Wait,
go!
wait, don't touch it! Don't touch it! I reach out to grab him.
Remember what
Roll.
happened to Vix?
Roll a acrobatics. Actually, no, just a straight dexterity. My bad. Okay.
That was a
You
saving
managed.
throw.
All right, you managed to reach out and snag Los Tornado's wrist at the same time. No, don't! Remember what happened to me!
like to just slowly get to the edge of where these spirits are and kind of
How close?
not close enough to touch them or be in range of touching them, just right
About
outside.
10, 15, 80 feet.
Uh, Close enough that I can call to them, but I can get out of the way if stuff goes down.
Like call out to like talk to them in normal voice, or like call out, like shout at them, like, hey, you over there, and then slowly hide behind in Valanthe.
No, no, in a normal speaking voice.
Probably a good 10 feet. So
Okay.
you get out. You get up to about 10 feet within them, and you see they suddenly start to grow in size. Slowly, the form just seems to expand like a balloon. Their form shifting from roughly about a foot and a half to 2 feet, then roughly 3 feet, then 5 feet, and they shift from a pale light, like violet, to a deep, dark blue, and they shift and look at you.
Well, that answers my first
Could I
question.
hear that?
You are too far away, unless you're right up there with her.
Well, I have close tornadoes. I don't know how close she is to me.
Nope, you don't hear it then.
Greetings. Um,
It's silent as you speak to it.
can you understand me?
It nods its head very slowly. Another one strays very close, and suddenly it also enlarges and takes a shape similar to that of the one that you're speaking to, and it stops and stands roughly, hovers right next to the one that you're talking to.
If you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your purpose in this place?
We are the denizens of this city. Those long lost, but bound in our glory to our home. We cannot forsake it.
I was wondering if you might be able to aid us, me and my friends, with the door?
The door is ancient, but I am unable to help. My words would fall deaf, mute amongst its stony surface.
Can I look over and notice that she's talking to these things?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Alright, then I will slowly approach her, whispering, "What are you doing?"
Perhaps getting help.
So are you standing right next to her now?
Yeah, but kind of behind her.
Alright, when you reach that radius, they both of the spirits double in size and shift to a hue of light orange. They're now roughly each 10 feet tall, and like I said, a light orange.
I kind of flinch, have a nervous look on my face. It's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you."
You said that your words wouldn't be able to help. Do you perhaps know whose will?
Only one voice registers. in the ears of the door. That is all I know.
Oh my god, it just talked.
Yes. Things do tend to do that.
But what does it mean, only one voice?
Whoever owns what's behind the door, I would assume.
Well, we've tried every voice, including minstrel. There's only one other voice in this room, and that is the door itself.
Thank you for your help, spirits. And I'm going to lead the way back to Valanthe. Let her know what the sitch is.
following her. I am following her close behind.
Roll a perception check.
Who?
Ophelia and Vix.
Okay.
You are too scared to really realize anything, Vix. Ophelia, you realize that the two things are following you now. And as you get close to the party, the two of them, as you get close to Valanthe, they double in size again, so they're now about 20 feet. When Minstrel and Tornado get within range, they're now almost touching the ceiling. They're like monsters. They're ginormous.
What the hell? It keeps growing!
What color are they?
Wait, what?
I'll ask what color they were.
Okay, so now they are, when they reach this tall, let me think. I wasn't expecting you guys to get them this big.
I just sat where I was.
Let's say they're a fucking deep green. Like a dark green. They don't seem violent. They stand a good 5 feet away from Ophelia.
Oh, you've brought friends. Any new insight?
A bit. The spirits say that there's only one voice that the door will respond to. That the door will
Could it be
recognize.
the door's voice and door's voice itself? Considering he's not said the password yet.
That is the only logical explanation I can find. The only other
Because
possibility that I
Archimedes is not here.
Yeah, the only other possibility I could see would be if the room belonged to Archimedes to speak the word. But, as you said, he's not here. He must be long dead. Do we know if he's alive
And the
or
door
dead?
did say it was his room.
You do not know if Archimedes... JK. I'm just fucking with you guys. No, you don't know if Archimedes is alive or dead. You would assume that Archimedes is dead because this city fell probably a good 1,500 years ago.
It would be a safe assumption then.
Well, if we can't get Archimedes to speak since he's probably a ghost by now, it has to be the door, and we better think of something quick because I really do not feel comfortable right now.
Wait, what you just said there? Archimedes has to be a ghost.
Ghost? Is there a spirit who is Archimedes?
The spirit here told me that he was a denizen of this place, back when it was whole. If Archimedes was as well, one of these spirits may be him.
So you're telling me this guy is haunting his own library?
It's
What's with
possible.
the head shaking in the background, Corey?
You see nothing.
Listen, I would
Oh,
haunt.
yeah.
I would haunt the hell out of my library. Just saying.
Yeah. Because if you and Lola
I
have a
would.
library,
Oh,
your
man.
spirits would linger
I
and just
never
keep
leave it.
reading. Especially one this size.
She said never leave.
I turn back to the spirits that followed me. Is one of the spirits here the spirit of Archimedes?
You hear the spirit shifts. It's looking down on you from quite the height now. There is no Archimedes amongst us.
So, door then.
A door is our final option then.
They fucking talk now.
Vix, you feel a sudden shiver of like fear trickle down your spine. You have advantage on your next few checks that you roll. Any skill checks that you had to roll, you have disadvantage on.
Wait, I'm disadvantaged on my skill checks?
Because you're so scared.
Because you're feared. Because you're scared. They clearly broke her when she almost died.
They touched her in her no-no zone.
I need an adult.
Don't worry, Valanthe lassoed you and pulled you out.
Well,
Find my
I
freaking
never
neck.
waved the lasso around her neck, though.
she lassoed, I pulled.
Yep.
You're gonna string me up and finish the job. I see how it is.
So, well,
You
Vix is all freaked out and scared. I turned the door. And now I don't know what I'm gonna say. Shit.
The fear is contagious.
No, I went brain dead.
Ah, another young one approaches. Come, speak with me. The door seems excited to speak with you.
Door, could you say... I turned back to Ophelia. Are we doing this in Elvish?
Yes?
Door, my friend, could you say Lala?
Yes, I can. I'm quite able to.
Would you please say Lala?
In that moment, he smiles at you. Lala. The words reverberate for a moment, and he bows for a moment. I have answered correctly. His mouth suddenly opens wide, like the sound of like heavy moving stone as his mouth becomes a large gateway. His tongue rolls out and becomes rigid, forming a stairway up into the mouth of the door. You hear a deep voice resonate from inside its mouth, but the lips do not move. You have passed the final test.
I glare at the door. Are you kidding me? It was that simple?
Be careful that he doesn't bite you.
I'm going to pat the, one of the pillars of the arch and say thank you, my friend.
Vix, since you are terrified, you keep glancing up at them. You notice that the spirits, the floor in the distance is just coated in small spirits now. Like you can't even see the floor; it is just spirits. And the two large ones are now 4 large ones.
Okay, let's get going. And I start heading for the door.
Following through.
Did you guys like my final trial?
That was fun.
That was actually pretty good.
I think we kept second guessing ourselves.
It's very much you that the door will only listen to his own goddamn self.
Because he likes to god mode.
I have friends with doors and spirits now.
And I still fucking hate spirits.
Amanda, I would like to point out that he is glaring at you.
I'm glaring at you.
Me?
I waved it. Me, Corey.
Oh, never mind, he's glaring at me. Why me?
You're supposed to hate the player, not the game.
No, it sounds very much like you in that it will only listen to himself. As in, you only listen to yourself.
Alright, I'm going to take just a brief moment to refill my water, and then we will continue.
What are you getting in there, Wawa?
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna eat all the pizza.
So, that stumped you guys longer than you thought it would?
It did, but we had a thought.
I have friends in doors. Ghosts.
Now, if only you can make a real friend.
Minstrel. Animals.
Yeah.
And occasionally Ophelia. Wow, what does that say about me?
I want to become best friends with Minstrel.
Yeah, you do. You want his D.
I love Minstrel.
I want, when we leave him, that I become pen pals. Gotta find out if he
I want
knows
him
how
to
to
join
write.
our crew!
Oh, that was simple. Los Tornado kind of bops his head as he stands up, pats Minstrel on the back. We'll get to the next one.
Anybody else notice that he was almost eaten by the door earlier?
It's rude to point out such things.
Oh, okay.
And through the door we traverse into...
Yes.
Alright.
What are we walking into?
You walk through the door, and it's a pitch black hallway. Even your dark vision, which normally allows you to see in the darkness, you can't see anything. Only the knowledge that where you are going is Archimedes' study. As you walk,
I bet
you begin
Amanda's candle has burned out by now.
Vix, you
Oh,
can
I
still
threw that
feel the
thing
heat.
on the floor.
Okay. Saves me time. As you walk along, you hear distant voices. You can't quite make them out yet, but there's definitely somebody talking in the other room.
I am stealthing as I go through.
Okay, roll a stealth.
I just realized. Wait, maybe.
Do I still have disadvantage?
Oh, no, that's
Yes.
medium. Okay, never mind.
Yes, you do. After this check, though, it's going to be gone when the spirits are gone. So do another stealth check. We'll take the lowest of the two. Okay, so 15. Good. Alright. Suddenly there's a small bit of light, like just a small, what seems like a sunbeam. And as you get closer, it grows, and you can feel a bit of warmth. You come to, as you approach, it becomes a large archway, but you can't see through the light, just that there is light. As you pass through, you are now in a rather large room.
I'm looking all around.
All around, you see
Right.
giant statues of half lion, half human-looking beasts. In the distance, you can see tables and large glowing runes on the floor. And in the far corner of the room, there's this giant magical force field seeming, and there's a glimmer of something on the other side. And hovering around it, there's a large purple-skinned beast going, "One day you will come out, and I shall feast." The large beast seems to have many eyes, wriggling in tentacle-like fashion as it circles around this force field.
Guys, I would just like to point out that I have seen both of these episodes, and both of them did not turn out so well for a group twice our size. So, good luck. I'm out.
I immediately pick up that something is wrong.
All right. He looks around.
Do I recognize what this thing is?
Roll a. Do you have a knowledge check?
I have
Skill.
history.
Yeah, go ahead and roll history.
Me too.
Can I roll it too?
Nope. Yeah, yes, you all can. Ophelia is stumped. This thing, no idea what it is. Alright, Valanthe.
Just so you know, one of the languages that Lala took was deep speech.
Alright.
As if the picture of that wasn't creepy enough, it now has a face.
Yes. This is what looks to be a spectator. A spectator is a lesser being of Beholder. Beholder is an underbeast, related to that of a relative to the demons of the other plane. It is a being of pure evil and destruction. It gets joy from the pain and suffering of others, and it is quite powerful, quite deadly. They are very rare.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if it is a very powerful magical being? Well,
Yes. It's got power. Yes, it does.
No shit.
Alright. Ho ho ho! He's gonna hover just a little bit. It has been millennia since I have had fresh meat. Everybody, let me clear the chat log. Roll initiative.
As that is happening, I look over. You said Val was the only one?
I can't
Who
click
knew
on
what
my
that was?
token.
Okay, 1 second. What?
You said that Val was the only one
Yes.
Yes.
that knew what that was?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I should tell people then.
Yeah, I look at her and I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's a spectator. And it's an evil, nasty being. Probably not a good idea to get on its bad side.
No. Can everybody else click their stuff?
I
I
can't.
forgot how.
Yeah, click on your
Just
little icon
Picture
on the
at
bottom.
the bottom.
Oh, that's what it is. I knew there was something.
It won't let me select mine.
I can't either,
Nope.
which is why I asked.
I'm assuming since it's talking to us, it is talking in common and doesn't have a set language.
Thank you for reading that. I actually completely forgot to iterate this. It is actually speaking into your mind through telepathy.
Okay. So we hear it however we would hear it.
Yes. Sorry, the game has been a little glitchy. I'm setting it up for everybody to be able to use their guys. Okay, everybody should be able to do it now.
Yes.
Okay, I forgot how to do it again. I'm clicking on my picture.
And then at the top of your character sheet is initiative.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Well, I'm going last. Although, as the healer, I should, I guess.
Why am I first?
Actually, Los Tornados is.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him come up on there.
Alright, once.
Let's see.
Alright. He's gonna let out an evil laugh as he hovers just a little bit close. Los Tornado's gonna rap his chest twice. Minstrel, you know what to do. Minstrel strikes up a beat, playing multiple instruments at once. Los Tornado's gonna charge ahead. For Lucha! He's gonna go up and attack the beholder. He is going to flex his muscles and go into a rage. Alright. He does not hit with his first attack. He does hit with his offhand attack. He's going to use Key Strike to attack with the other one, which misses. And he hits the other one. Okay. 12 points. Okay. Now Cerna's done. The spectator is going to go. He's going to suddenly float up high in the air, a good 30 feet up. He's going to float past Los Tornado. Let's see what you all can do. Alright. He's going to shoot. His eye beams are going to glow. His eye stalks. He's got 4 of them around its head. Yes, there now. Alright, and he's going to fire at Valanthe. You see the bottom left eye stalk start to glow a deep yellow as suddenly a beam of energy streaks forward, impacting you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright. Your teeth grit as you feel your bones and muscles start to lock up. Your body freezes in place for just a moment, then your will and your just muscles tense, and you break through the magical energy. A shimmering shard of magical dust seems to flicker from your body as you break through the spell cast upon you. And Ophelia, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. Alright. You feel a cloud of confusion go over your mind when you shake your head and you just brush it off. Your will much stronger than the spectator had assumed possible. This should be interesting. He's going to turn to face Los Tornado once more. He's going to open up his large, gaping mouth and attack him. You see the large gaping maw of the spectator bear down on Los Tornado, covering him, just digging straight into the bare chest of the luchador. You hear the screams from Los Tornado from inside the spectator. He takes 8 points of damage. Alright, next is Vix. He's gonna let go. You taste lovely.
Can I use stealth as I move, or is that...
Stealth?
I thought she was stealth.
Coming in, you are no longer stealth. Here, because he's aware of everybody. You can use a bonus action to go into stealth, though.
Can I just say, because I think I know what you're trying to do, you don't need to be stealth in order to get sneak attack. Los Tornado is flanking him, so you will get sneak attack.
I don't know
It'd
if
be
I
better
want to
to
flank him,
attack.
though.
What it would be better to do is attack him, and then after you attack him, go hide, go into stealth afterwards.
Alright, I'll alright, well... Can I flank and then use a spell as my attack?
You wouldn't get sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
Sneak
Never
attack
mind
is a
then.
melee attack.
Alright, well then I will... I'll move up to flank, and then
You'll have to get a little
strike.
closer. Those are just... If you want, are you going to try to attack one of the eye
Like
stalks
that?
or just the body?
I'll try and attack these eye socks right here.
Alright, make a melee attack. With advantage.
Does the 23 hit?
And then can I add my sneak attack in there too?
Yes. Alright. So you bring your blade, slashing across one of the eye stalks. It impacts it, shaving a layer of flesh off of it. You hear, "Roar!" It howls deeply, kind of shaking the room for a moment as it screams. You feel almost like a bone as you cut deep into it. You don't manage to sever all the way through, but you definitely did some damage upon it.
Okay, and for my bonus action, I will stealth and hide.
Okay, thank you.
Do I need to roll a stealth check for that one?
Yes, you do.
How do I draw the arrows again, since apparently I've gone brain dead?
Like what do you mean arrows?
To check your distance.
Yeah.
It's the fourth option in that toolbar at the top left.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was trying to see how close I could get. Amanda, was that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I tried to stealth, but it didn't go.
I would just like to point out that she still had advantage clicked when she clicked that, so the higher number was the 8.
My turn. So, my bonus action, I'm changing into my demon dog form.
Okay.
And then I want to go up by where Vix is. Or was. Is. She didn't pass the stuff.
Okay.
Is that close enough? Because
That'll be
technically I
fine.
can only go 30. And then my 2 poisonous heads are gonna bite it.
Rawr.
And we set up my dog, but I don't know how it works. Do I need to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up,
Yeah.
and then it'll be under the weapons. Under core where it has attack. Bite. At least I'm pretty sure I named it bite, yeah. Nice.
Okay.
If it hits.
Alright. That'll just hit. The first bite pierces into the flesh. He flails, eye stalks flailing back and forth.
And then she'll have to roll the second one.
My other head's gonna bite now. And not do shit.
He passes the first Constitution saving throw. And he's going to use his reaction to turn to face you. And he's going to... And one of his eye stalks is going to start to illuminate.
Oh, shiz.
Alright, I'm going to need you to make a DC. You're going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Alright, you take 4 points of psychic damage. So 4 damage to the HP, and you are feared. You cannot... You have disadvantage on saving throws and attacks from while you are feared, and you cannot advance towards the spectator. And then on your following turn, at the end of your following turn, you can roll to break through the fear.
Okay. So I'm currently feared, and I have a disadvantage on attack, and I can't move towards the thing.
Correct.
Okay.
It looks like attacks. Yeah, just attack. Next is going to be Ophelia.
Okay. I am going to move up to here. And I am going to attempt to hold person.
This isn't a humanoid, so you can't really hold it. It's a monster.
Is it only humanoid? The whole person looks on?
Yes.
Okay, well then, never mind. In that case, I am going to cast... Amanda, what's your AC?
It is 15.
Hey, Corey.
Yes. Yes.
How much damage did Los Tornado do, since we don't have his stats?
How much did he take? Or how much did he do?
Do.
He did a total of 12 damage.
What is Los Tornado's, AC?
19.
Okay, well then, in that case, I am going to cast Shield of Faith on Vix. So you now have +2 to your AC.
Aw, thank you.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon. In the form of a Sword of Light.
Okay.
And I want to cast it to try and slice off some eye sockets, if possible.
All right. So that'll hit. Your spiritual weapon on an eye socket, you said?
Yes.
One of the flailing ones on the tentacles. All right. You find your mark on on the top left one, just digging into the flesh, blood splattering against the holy energy blade, and just evaporating up from the radiant energy. It howls in pain, flailing again. Like with Vix's, it doesn't cut through, but it definitely found a mark. The eye stalk is like dangling limply there for a moment.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up, Los Tornado. Have at thee, fiend! He's going to run and jump onto its back and try to grapple its eye stalks. Alright, Los Tornado jump. You see Los Tornado run up and jump onto the back of this beast. And he's going to roll a grapple check. Which he manages to succeed. Now has the top left and the bottom right eye stalks firmly gripped in his hands, just pointing them up and away from the party currently, and that's going to be his turn. All right. The beast is gonna. You dare touch me! The beast is going to try and break his grapple. So now, and then let's tornado roll. All right, Los Tornado. Los Tornado is flung from the back of the spectator. He is flung this far. He impacts the side of the wall. He takes 1 point of damage. You see him kind of impact hard, and he slides down the wall, crumpling to the floor, shaking his head. The spectator is then going to look at Vix and make a bite attack against her. What?
I was... When you were hit, it's... Hold on, let me read up real quick. I have a spell shield, but I think it's just for magical force. Okay. Wait. Invisible barrier, magical force.
While you're doing that, next time I roll against the fear, I need to do it with advantage because that's part of my my death dog's ability, and I just read that. It's in the thing that they typed up for it and everything.
Okay.
So
as a reaction,
so
can I use shield?
Chill for a second.
Alright, sorry, just 1 second, I'm trying to clear. So you have advantage against fear checks?
Yeah.
Okay.
The dog
so
has advantage on
your
perception checks and on saving throws against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious.
Okay, so we missed that last time. You would have had advantage, but we'll
Yeah.
just keep playing. Next time, since you would have disadvantage and advantage, it's just a straight roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, wait, how did I miss that?
And Vix, what spell are you casting?
I have shield and I can use it as a reaction. If it hits, it adds +5 to my AC.
Okay. So it hits you with the 17, but you cast shield. However, this is a lesser beholder, so let's see what happens when you cast a spell on its front arc. Alright, your spell goes off. The large teeth of the monster drool just falling and gooing and oozing from its mouth. It goes down to bite you, and you fling your hand up as a reaction, casting the spell shield. Its teeth sink into a magical barrier inches from your face as it pulls them back out, angry that it cannot find its fleshy target. Alright, so that's going to be a spell of yours. Make sure you're marking them, because you can only cast so many a day. Alright, and then he gets to use his eye stalks. Alright. And this one's going to target 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to target Los Tornado. Suddenly, the eye stalk glows black as it shoots a stream of energy at Los Tornado. Ugh! He roars in deep-seated pain as his body goes limp against the floor. He's barely breathing.
Holy shit.
Wait, Los Tornado is?
And then his other one.
Even the most direct route I can't get to him.
Medic!
Alright, this one's going to hit Vix. Vix, I need you to make a will saving throw. A wisdom saving throw. Alright. Vix, you you're standing there, you take 1 point of psychic damage, and as you recoil from the yellow beam that shoots out of the eye stalk, you feel your body go rigid and you are locked into place. You can't move, you can't speak, your body is paralyzed. Alright, then the spectator is going to float up and over, threatening Ophelia. And it is Vix's turn. Vix, you can use your entire turn to try and break free from the paralyzed. You need to make another wisdom saving throw.
That's the only thing I could do, right?
Correct. You fail. Alright, Valanthe, you are up.
I tried.
So I am feared, so I cannot move towards him.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to do the same thing then. Because spells do no good against these guys.
Do you have any heal spells that you can turn out of doggy form and heal Los Tornado? Just saying.
Right? I do, actually. Well, not in doggy form, obviously. I have to come out of my wild form, which is what I will do. And I will cast... Let me... Cure Wound on Los Tornadoes.
You would have to get up close to him.
Oh,
Touch.
I have to walk up to him. Yeah. I can move towards him though, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. You just cannot move directly towards the spectator.
Oh yeah, and I have enough movement to move towards him.
Even if you were short, you could have just moved up there in doggy form, and then unshapeshifted and done that.
Sure.
I'll move you just up a little. Alright, and now you can do a saving throw to break free of the fear.
It's wisdom, right?
I believe so. Mm-hmm. Alright, you pass. You are no longer feared.
Barely.
The terror that engulfed you is suddenly washes away. You're like, wait, we can handle this. We got this. As you watch the wounds from Los Tornado heal. Ophelia, you're up.
Okay. Well, since she has him under control, let's see how. Can I... I can move over to this side and still not provoke an attack, right?
You can move 5 feet without provoking an attack. If you move further, you get an attack.
Well, I mean, can I move to this other side of him?
No, yeah, you would provoke an attack.
Okay. Well then, in that case, first thing I'm going to do is move my spiritual weapon to take another slice at...
The same eye stalk?
Well, it would, because of where it's stationed, it would be the eye stalk that Vix originally hit.
Okay. Alright. The weapon comes down and it hits fairly strong, but it doesn't seem to impact that deep. And carve another chunk of flesh off, and you can see blood seeping from it. It hisses a little as the blood hits the cold stone floor. You can see well, it seems like a wriggling bone on the inside of the tentacle. All right.
I still have my action. Do I want to do that? You know what? I'm gonna do a test shot. And I am going to cast Sacred Flame.
Alright, he's gonna pass. And since you cast that in his front arc, you see the flame itself goes up and brushes against his eye, and it seems to curve back and impact you. You take 2 points of radiant damage, and it has advantage against you. No, it doesn't. That's Guiding Bolt. You just take 2 points of radiant damage.
And that is why I did Sacred Flame instead. My lower one. That's my turn.
Alright. Next to you, Valanthe. Tornado's gonna get himself up to his feet. I thank you, ma'am. Much obliged. He's going to... Minstrel stopped playing music by now, by the way. He's completely terrified, just hiding in the corner.
Good, stay safe.
Lucha! And Los Tornado's just gonna charge the beast. He's going to attack him. Los Tornado misses his... Maybe he doesn't. No, he hits with this first one. And I should be doing it with this, so... He does 6 points of damage. Well, he's going to activate Key Strike, where he gets to make 2 more attacks.
How many HP does this thing have?
A lot. This is a boss. Alright. That'll be our beloved Luchador. Let's finish what I started here. The spectator is going to go hover over just slightly. He's going to look down at you, Vix. Your form rigid, knife out, ready to go, and he's going to make an attack against you. Alright. His jaws open wide as he comes down, penetrating into your flesh. You feel the teeth dig into you.
So my armor classes drop back down to a 17, right?
Correct.
You still
And
have
so, you know-
Shield of Faith.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And for the record, if you're paralyzed, any melee attack against you is a critical hit. How many hit points do you have?
26?
You take 22 points of damage.
Oh, damn! I was doing good.
You are delicious. And while you're still inside of his mouth, his tongue is gonna wrap around you and lick all alongside your face, licking up at your blood.
And I'm gonna have to touch her.
He goes and his tongue just kind of wriggles out and gives you a little flick along the cheek. Till next time, my dear. And then his eye stalks are gonna glow again. Alright. Ophelia, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Oh.
boom!
A yellow beam shoots out and hits you square in the chest. You feel your body start to constrict and like, no! Your body glows for a moment with holy energy before it simmers back down. And... Ooh, Ophelia. Not Ophelia. What's your face? Valanthe. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, no. No, I switched out of my dog form. I still am down 4 points, right?
Wait, what do you mean down 4 points?
Because I took 4 points psychic damage when I was in desperate dog form.
When you switch back to your druid form, you're at your regular.
Yeah, the points are separate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, when you're in animal form, they have to blow through all those HP, all of that hit points before they can touch your real hit points. Think of it like bonus hit points when you're in animal form. All right, so you're the same black beam of dark energy emanates from one of the lower eye stalks as it points towards you. The beam impacts you in the chest, and you feel your body goes cold and rigid for a moment. You fall to a knee. You take 19 points of necrotic damage.
What are your hit points at?
22.
So 4? 3?
That would be correct.
Okay.
Next up is Vix. Make your saving throw. And I messed up last time. It is a Constitution saving throw, not Wisdom. So use Constitution.
Oh, okay.
For Vix, not you. There you go. Yay, you break free!
But that's the end of her turn.
As soon as I break free, I let out a deep shiver, still slimy.
Alright, you can can still use a reaction to try and skate out of the way, but you'll get an attack of opportunity. That might be a little risky. Or maybe you can still, use your shield.
Can I stealth?
Yes, I'll let you do that. Roll stealth.
Well, oh wait, hold on. If I do that, would that give him an attack of opportunity?
No, stealth means you just kind of hide there.
She wouldn't be hidden from me though, right?
No, it's from the bad guy.
I'm a tree!
You just kind of drop to the ground amongst some of the rubble.
Play dead!
You're up, Valanthe.
She's still frightened, isn't she?
Well, shit.
Frightened.